My name's Ian Hamilton and I'm the race director of the Outlaw Triathlon. I'm sure for most of you this is your A race. It is for us too. So what's really important is after watching this race briefing, please get the race information. It goes into much more detail than I'm going to do. It's going to save little mistakes and it's going to save you worrying about things. So read that race information. Okay. Now is a good time to say thank you as well. Thank you to the athletes. Thank you to all of those people that have also supported you whilst you've been training for the event. From our point of view, thank you to all of those people that have enabled us to put the event on. The crew that we've got, the fabulous volunteers that you'll see on the corners of the roads and on the feed stations. So thank you very much. We've been working closely with British Triathlon and various other local agencies. So there will be some changes, however, much less than there has been in previous Outlaw Series events. We will still be asking athletes to take their lateral flow test. We believe this is the right thing to do as responsible athletes and organisers. We also need to ensure that you have a negative result before checking into transition. If you are unwell, please don't attend the venue and seek alternative medical advice. As you know, it's no longer compulsory for athletes to wear masks in transition. However, we are recommending that athletes continue to wear their masks in transition and also in places where they are in close proximity to other athletes. Remember to stay socially distanced inside transition. The transition is larger than our normal Outlaw transition, but you'll be pleased to know, not as big as it was at the Outlaw Half earlier this year. You'll see lots of sanitisation stations around the event site, and when you're racing there will also be numerous sanitisation stations. Please remember to use them and also wash your hands regularly. Look out for an email from Active on Wednesday the 21st of July. There will be a link to your health declaration form. You must complete this declaration form before you check into transition on Saturday. This bit is compulsory. We will not allow you to check into transition without completing this form. As we've explained before, we believe as responsible organisers and responsible athletes, we are asking you to take a lateral flow test and get a negative result. If you have a positive result, please do not attend the event and, as we've said, follow government guidelines regarding isolation. To continue our COVID compliance and reduce touch points, all race packs have now been sent out. They should arrive before Tuesday the 20th of July. If you've not received yours, please give us a call. Our office will close on Wednesday the 21st at 5 p.m. Unfortunately, it's now too late to make any changes to your entries whatsoever. Inside your race packs, you should get 2 race numbers, a timing chip, an Outlaw timing strap, a swim hat, security wristbands and security stickers for your bike and your helmets. And if you've purchased a car park pass, then you will have one of those. You will also find inside an envelope if you are unable to race, which you can return the chip back to us. If you do not return your chip, we will charge you £10. Saturday is all about transition. Racking will be open between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. We've spread the slots out to 90 minutes. Make sure before you arrive you know your race number so we can check you in quickly. Don't forget to wear your security wristbands and have your security stickers on your bike. We will also need to see some type of photo ID, either a BTF licence and also a day licence if you've purchased one of those. When inside transition, not only will you see the normal racking, but also there'll be 3 different marquees. The dry marquee is for your before and after kit, and this is where you'll keep your dry bag. You'll see a swim to bike marquee, which is closest to the swim in, and where you'll be keeping your biking kit, including a helmet, and then put your wetsuit in after you've swum. The third marquee is your bike to run kit. This will be for your running kit, but you'll put your cycling kit in after you've finished the bike. You will collect your 3 transition bags and bag stickers once you've come into transition on Saturday. Also on Saturday, there'll be 2 opportunities to get into the lake. There's practice swims at 10:30 and 1:30. The outlaw swim practice is free, but you must remember to register down by the boathouse before you're getting in. Don't be late, no one will be allowed into the lake less than 10 minutes before the end of the session. Saturday is a big learning day. Don't forget, check out the transitions, the change marquees, the swim course. It's all much better to do it on a Saturday rather than panicking on Sunday morning. For friends and family, they have the Outlaw Swim, the Future Outlaw, take a look around at the expo, and obviously the numerous food and drink stalls that we have. If you have any last minute questions, please talk to one of the officials or visit our inquiries in the village area. We don't recommend leaving anything at all on your bikes overnight. Not only is the local wildlife quite hungry and quite partial to the odd energy bar or two, but things can fall off. Please, if you want to, you are able to leave all of your racing kit in the bags overnight in the various marquees. The big day, race day. Car parks will open from 4:15. We'll be using the same car parks that we used on the Saturday. So some car parks could just be meters away from transition, others could be a good 10-minute walk. Transition will open at 4:30. Please don't be late. There'll be 2 entrances open on the morning, and they'll be the same as what you used to get into transition on Saturday. Please make sure you're wearing your security wristband so we can get you in as soon as possible. You'll have full access to all of the marquees, so your swim to bike, the bike to run and the dry marquees will be fully accessible on Sunday morning. You'll probably have noticed our start times have now changed and they do not match your wristband. Your correct head to the start times are on the start list. We've changed them since the government restrictions have eased slightly. Team information. On Saturday, only one person needs to rack and prepare the bags. However, all members of the team need to have completed their health declaration forms before anybody is allowed into transition on Saturday. Remember to collect your cyclist and runners chips from enquiries on the Saturday. Sunday, just as a reminder, all team athletes don't need to check into transition together. Due to COVID compliance, as in previous Outlaw Series events, there'll be no physical tagging. The tagged athlete needs to be stood at the racking and the finishing athlete just needs to get within 5 meters. They do not need to tag. The runner finishing will collect both the cyclists and the swimmers' t-shirts, medals and food vouchers. Sadly, it's still not possible for all of the team to come down the finish line together. The swim. There are no specific start times and you do not need to start in a specific order. However, you will be called down in blocks of approximately 200 athletes. Athletes are going to start in pairs off every few seconds off each of the 3 fingers at the top of the lake. The swim is very simple. It's 1 lap, 3.8 kilometers around the edge of the lake. Remember to swim on the left with your swim buoys on the right at all times. When you get to one of the zone 3 big square buoys, you make a 90-degree right-hand turn. Once out of the swim, turn left and run straight into the swim to bike marquee. The swim cutoff is 2 hours and 15 minutes with a further 15 minutes to pass through transition. Swim cutoffs are based on your start time, not the start of the race. However, if you are stopped during the swim, you will not be allowed to continue with the rest of the race. We have a large swim safety team for the swim. This includes various kayaks and motorised safety ribs. If you do need help at all during the swim, please shout, wave your arms if possible to ensure our swim team know that you need assistance. We recommend that you wear mirrored goggles. The first section of the swim is directly into the sun, and without mirrored goggles it's difficult to sight, see the buoys and potentially see other swimmers around you. If you do have a medical condition, please ask for a white medical swim hat. This way our safety team are aware that you have a medical condition. Swim to bike transition. So before going to collect your bike, you'll need to go and collect your transition bag. You'll take your cycling kit out, including your helmet, and then put your wetsuit and swim kit back into that big bag and replace it onto the hook. The exception to this is relay teams, who will be able to head directly towards their next athlete so they can do a virtual tag. For those wishing to get changed in transition, we do have change marquees for males and females. Okay, once you've got changed and got your kit on, collected your bike, and then head for the bike out gantry, leaving through the gantry. The bike course is 112 miles on mainly open roads. We do try and manage most of the junctions to give you priority. However, we recommend riding it like a normal Sunday morning. If in doubt, please give priority and slow down and allow other road users to pass. The route itself is one southern loop of approximately 40 miles before then heading north to do a loop of approximately 30 before then heading down south again to complete a second southern loop before returning to the venue. There are 4 feed stations on the route. These are at 24 miles, 51, 62 and 89 miles. And thank you to the relaxation of the rules, we're now able to help you by handing you bottles. You do not need to stop any longer to go through each of the feed stations. Our volunteers will be there to hand you bottles, but please make sure you slow down as you're passing through each of the feed stations. On the feed stations, there will not only be bottles of water, but High Five energy, as well as energy gels and bananas. There will also be toilets, and each feed station is a litter drop area. You'll be able to recce the course from Friday afternoon when it will be fully marked. And to make sure that nobody gets lost, at each of the junctions where you are required to turn, there will be an arrow before the junction, an arrow on the junction, and then an arrow after the junction, just to reconfirm you're going in the right direction. If you see orange spray on the floor, this means there's an area of poor surface, so please be careful. There are 3 types of vehicles from the event on the course. Some will be NEGs, and these are the moto marshals that have communications back to the control room. And they're there to ensure you're riding within the rules of the sport, the rules of the road, and also they're our eyes and ears of the event. There'll be the OSB support vehicles that are there for mechanical support. If we're able to, we'll repair any problems you have and get you going again. And then finally, there'll be medical support on the course if required. We'll be taking bike splits at 2.1 miles, 15 miles, 63 and 80 miles. This helps the accuracy of our live tracker. There are also cut-off points on the bike. These will be at 40 miles, 75 and then obviously at the end. There are a few additional litter drop points which will be at 12 miles, 36, 76 and 100. Please remember, you're not able to drop litter at any other point apart from in the litter drop zones. Once you've completed the bike and come back into transition and dismounted, you will need to re-rack your bike before going into the bike to run transition. Make sure you get this right. Collect your transition bag, take out your running kit, put in your cycling kit, including your helmet, and return it to the same hook. Again, the only exception to this is relay teams do not need to go through the transition marquees. They can head directly to the runner to then tag. For those that wish to get changed, as we said before, there are separate male and female changing marquees available next to the transition marquees. Once you've got changed, please look out for the run out gantry and leave transition underneath the gantry. The run. We have a new run route for 2021. We believe it's nice and simple. You run out and back to the embankment and do a loop of the lake. You run out and back to the embankment again and do another loop of the lake. And then you do one final loop. Please run on the left at all times and try not to block other runners on the path. None of the paths are closed for this event, so you will be sharing it with the general public as well. There is always signage to follow, and remember, don't do 3 out and backs, it's 2 out and backs and an additional loop. There will be 16 feed stations in total, which work out at approximately 1.5 miles between each feed station. On each feed station, there will be water, Coke, High Five energy drink, High Five Zeros, as well as High Five aqua gels and caffeinated aqua gels. There will be also oranges and bananas. Each feed station has a toilet and a litter drop area. Normal litter, please put into the large wheelie bins. However, any gel wrappers, please put into the red TerraCycle bins, because these hard to recycle gel wrappers will get sent separately back to TerraCycle and recycled into items such as park benches, plant pots and watering cans. We'll also be taking various splits along the run course. This helps us with live trackers and to ensure that everyone completes the full marathon. There will be cut-off points at 12 miles and 20 miles. The finish. Whatever you do not miss the left turn, the infamous orange carpet. Make sure you turn onto the orange carpet, get along the finish line, and you become an outlaw. Sadly, there are still COVID restrictions, which mean we're not able to allow friends and family and teammates to join you along the finish. Hopefully, that'll be better next year. Once you've finished, make sure you collect your well-deserved finish t-shirts and medals and food vouchers. With your food vouchers, you can get a meal from any of the food vendors in the village area. Also, don't forget, we'll need your timing chip back. For those that have finished before, transition will open at 4:30 for bag and bike collections. A final few reminders. Don't forget, for those people that can't make it to the event, we do have live tracking via our website at outlawtriathlon.com. Also, look out for emails in the days before the event from us, and make sure you sign up for your live event photos via AWOL, our new photo partner. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do a presentation this year for the event. Again, that's something we're not able to do due to COVID restrictions. So all of the trophies will be personalised and then sent out after the event. And finally, thank you very much to all of the people that will make this event possible. You, the athletes, all of those that are supporting you, all of our amazing crew, and the fabulous volunteers that are going to be out there. As I've said, don't forget, please read your race information. It contains a lot of important information. And last thing for me to say is we're just a few days away now, so a massive good luck, have a fantastic day. We look forward to seeing you on the finish line very shortly when you'll all become outlaws. Thank you.